Hello and welcome to the Lorna Marie Fitness Podcast, the show where we talk all things fitness, health, mindset and lifestyle to help you become fitter, healthier and happier. I help busy people who lack time, motivation and self-belief to look and feel great again. If you want to work with me, head over to lornamariefitness.co.uk, but for now, enjoy this episode. A lot of people have been really struggling with motivation. And I just want you to know that it's a really common thing. You're not alone. And particularly this time of year where everyone almost seems to be having a little bit of a wind down towards summer. And it tends to happen before Christmas as well. You kind of lose momentum, lose motivation a little bit. So one, you're not alone and it's totally normal. And two, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks to be able to best manage your motivation and make sure you hit your targets and hit your goals, even on the days you don't feel motivated. What should you do? So here we go. Are you ready? Grab a pen and paper, maybe, if you've got one nearby, or maybe get your notes out in your phone so you can write some of these things down and actually do some action points after this. Because I find, even when I'm listening to podcasts, unless I actually, and this sounds really weird, but say it out aloud afterwards or go and write it down afterwards, as in points of action, I don't really tend to retain it very well or tend to keep it or actually ever end up actioning it. So I'll definitely make some pointers, write down a little scribble or write it in your notes in your phone. So firstly, not everyone feels motivated all the time because we are human and we're not robots. But why do we not feel motivated? So motivation is that driving force that pushes us closer to our goals, whatever that might be. If that is, losing weight, if that is getting fitter, if it's getting healthier, if it's improving your energy, whatever it might be, if it's moving into your next house, if it's reaching a promotion, it's the driving force that pushes you forward. Why might we not be feeling motivated? There's loads of different reasons. We may be procrastinating because we're perfectionists. And actually, if we're going to do it, we want to do a really good job. So we're thinking now's not the right time because of X, Y, Z, because I'm really busy. So I'm not going to do it. And we end up procrastinating. It might be because we are short on time. And actually, it seems really overwhelming to try and fit exercise and fitness in when I've got the kids to look after, when I am running around to work because work is so busy, when you just have life in general, life admin or just general life things can take up so much time. It might be because of that. And it might be, okay, you get that everyone has the same 24 hours in a day, but it's learning to prioritize you and how to fit it in when you are a really busy person. Because the thing is, if we don't learn how to fit it in and we don't learn how to motivate ourselves on the busiest days, nothing's going to change. There's not going to be one day where we wake up and all of a sudden we're not busy anymore. If you're a busy person, you'll probably be busy forever. So it's about learning how to prioritize that and basically mold it into your lifestyle. It might be because you're really tired and actually you're going through a period in your life where you're really exhausted. And it might be because you're not really connected to the deep reason why. You might be forgetting the real deep reason of why you want to do this in the moment. So, I can't bother to do the workout tonight. But then forgetting about the reason why you actually want to do it and the long-term goals. It might be because it seems so overwhelming in your head and you're not really focusing on just ticking off the boxes or the little steps to get you to where you want to be. So can you just take a little moment and think about, okay, when I'm not feeling motivated, what is it for me? And if you're feeling that, I'm just really tired all the time, one thing I would say is we all know when actually we need that bit of self-care and we need to take some time out versus when, okay, this is a recurring theme. I either need to adult myself or I need to do something about my energy. So just have a little think and jot it down what you think it is for you. Why do you not feel motivated? Are you procrastinating? Are you thinking it's just not the right time, i.e. you're procrastinating? Are you feeling really tired? Are you really struggling for time? Are you not really connected to why you really want to do this? Like if you're being honest with yourself, you're sort of losing touch of the deep reason. So just have a moment and think about why. Now, let's go to the next step then. We thought about, okay, this is why. It's because I'm really busy and I need to learn, if I'm being honest with myself, I need to learn how to prioritize it into my life. Now, in that case, it is literally about breaking it down. It's about giving yourself permission to make it small and do 10-minute bite-sized chunks of exercise, and know that actually when you do it, you're going to feel so much better. And prioritizing you're going to be able to show up as your best self in everything else. And everything else that you do. If you're procrastinating and you're thinking that, no, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do a really good job, so now's not the right time because in 3 weeks' time, that's when the summer holidays will be and I'll have more time. But when you get there, there'll be something else. And then there'll be another thing, then there'll be a birthday, and then there'll be a holiday, and then it'll be September, and before you know it, it'll be next year. So if that is you, it's about adulting yourself and just saying, actually, no, it's not going to be perfect, but I just need to do it. I just need to take that first step, and that first step is actually the hardest. And if you're not connected to your why, and this is a really, really big one, okay? It's that intrinsic motivation. It's the deep, why do I actually want to do this? So ask yourself why 3 times. So it might be, for example, if you've joined us on the 6-week course and your initial reason was to lose a little bit of weight. Why do I want to work out? I want to lose some weight. Why do I want to lose weight? Because I'm going on holiday in August and I've got a nice flowery dress in the back of my wardrobe that I really want to wear. Okay, well, why? Why do you want to wear that dress? Because actually I don't like looking at myself in the mirror and I feel really low in my body at the moment and my confidence is an ultimate low, and I want to lose the weight so I can go out there and wear my dress with pride and feel confident in my own skin. That is your why. That's the why. And that's the thing you really want to hold on to when you're thinking about, oh, I haven't done my 3 workouts this week. It's Friday, so I may as well start next week. By the way, I don't tolerate that excuse, because do you know what? Flip it. If it's Friday now, you've got actually 3 days until next week. You've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So even if you did something, a short thing, you could easily fit 3 sessions in there if you wanted to. If you really wanted to, connect to your why and then go for it. So think about why you're actually doing this. And then beyond that, so in the day-to-day, where you're just not feeling motivated and you might be going through a dip, which by the way, everyone does. What can we do about it? Here's what you can do. If you're just starting with us, or say you've been in a dip for a while and you're getting back into the groove, start off by literally celebrating the small victories. So if your target this week was to do 3 workouts and you do 1, you'd be like, oh, I'm a third of the way there. And actually that felt really good. I really enjoyed that workout. I feel energized. And then you do your 2 and your 3. Do you know what? That's a massive win, because you promised yourself that you would do the 3. You've ticked them off and you're building that relationship and that trust with yourself. So you can be like, yeah, do you know what? Actually, when I set myself goals, as in my 3 workouts, I do them. I did it and that feels amazing. And that is going to motivate you in itself. It's that action. It's that planning, putting in place what you're going to do, the action of doing it, that actually motivates you to want to carry on, and not just carry on, but make better choices in everything else, and make positive choices in your life. Because of the fact you've done that, you probably think, oh, do you know what, actually, I'm gonna make myself a nice dinner tonight and it's gonna be really, quite healthy. And then you have that and then you feel really good. You're like, oh, I'm gonna drink all my water today because, I'm gonna feel really hydrated and really energized. And then you do that for a few days and you feel fabulous. And you want to carry on because it feels great. That is the motivation. That's the action, creating motivation. So that's what you want to do. Celebrate the small wins. Make promises to yourself that you can keep. So they're going to be doable. You can keep these promises. You can tick them off and then you can feel proud of yourself for doing it. So that's the second thing. Planning ahead and sticking to it the best you can. Of course, we all get things that crop up in the week. And when it happens to me, so say if I can't go on, a run that I set out for myself to do, I will look at my diary and I'll make sure that I fit it in on another day, because that's the promise I've made to myself and I'm going to make sure I do it. It's almost like building that trust with yourself, but also respecting yourself and doing it. and you feel really good for it. Trust me. Then it's about basically getting into habits and being consistent. If you do that week in, week out, consistently, it becomes a habit and it becomes part of your routine, to the point where actually if you don't hit your workouts in that week, or you don't go to the live Tuesday class at 5:30 or whatever it might be, you just don't really feel right and you feel like there's something missing. And when you get to that point, you know you've cracked it, because it's literally part of you and part of your routine. And that, we were talking about going away on holiday and, you know, do you exercise when you go away or not? Some people don't and some people do. It's totally up to you. It's your personal choice. But when I go away, I definitely dial it back a lot. But fitness is such a big part of me. It's part of my routine and who I am. I feel weird. I don't feel right if I don't do something. And I find it really refreshing and energizing. And I like doing it. It's part of me. And I don't know if anyone else can relate to that. We're all different. And some people like going away and just having that chill time. And then when they come back, they feel really focused. So you've got to do what's right for you. But essentially, what I'm trying to say is getting into habit and getting that consistency is really, really important. And then finally, it's about having that growth mindset. So if you're stuck in a place where you tell yourself, no, I'm just not motivated, nothing seems to work, I've tried this diet, I've done this exercise program and nothing works, I'm just not motivated, I just can't do it. Well, you're never going to be able to. What you have to tell yourself is, actually, I'm going to be open-minded about this, I'm going to try it, I'm going to give it a go. Do you know what? I'm going to experiment for a week. I'm going to do what Lorna says. I'm going to do my 3 workouts, or however many you want to do. I'm going to hit my water, you know, aim for about 2.5 litres, just making sure my peas are good colour, making sure you're hydrated. I'm going to make sure that I'm doing the 70-30 rule with my food, and I'm going to try and get decent night's kip every night. I'm going to try it for a week and see how I feel. Go into it with a growth mindset. Be open to opportunities and possibilities, and remove yourself away from the person that you're telling yourself you are. If you tell yourself that actually I'm stuck, I'm not motivated, I can't do it, that's where you're going to stay. If you tell yourself, drawing a line last week or yesterday or earlier on today, this is how I felt, but from now, actually, I'm going to make a plan. I'm going to make a plan that's doable, that I'm going to stick to it, and I'm going to make sure that I am consistent with it. I'm going to celebrate my little wins on the way. Action creates motivation. I really hope this little motivation talk has been useful. And please remember, if you're not feeling motivated, we all go through dips, but it's so important to look after number one, look after yourself and care for you. Put that first and remember the deep reason, the why you're doing this, whatever that is for you. So I hope that has been, super useful. Let me know, team.